Salad, and I saw Her. It is directed by Spike Jonze. This was requested by somebody on Fansly, and my previous exposure to this movie was none. Also, before we start the review, I got a lav mic. I got a Lavier 2, I think it was called. But yeah, what do you guys think? How is it? Is it sounding delicious? Nutritious? All the nutritional value in this mic? I'm glad that I have it, but we're talking about Her now. So if you haven't seen this movie, I shall spoil it for you. The movie starts with following Theodore. He's a poet. He's writing poetry at this online poetry service. It took me a long time to really understand what Theodore's job was, because I was like, wait, hold on, so he's just taking random letters and he's saying the letters and they're appearing on screen. I wasn't incredibly clear on this. I wasn't very I didn't really, I guess, notice any detail. I was like, oh yeah, he does this for other people. Except for a little bit later in the movie where it says, oh, this is beautiful handwritten poetry.com or something like that. It's like, oh, this is a service. Okay, I just got that this was a service. Also, I should mention that Theodore has been broken up with his wife. He's been away from his wife for about a year now, which is, to say, sad. And he gets a new operating system. It's a cool operating system because it's supposed to be for the future. It's like, oh yeah, here's the first ever virtual assistant operating system, like AI, like very hyper intelligent AI. I'm like, okay, cool. This is the new technology. That's nice. So he sets it up. There's some questions like, oh, what's your mom like? Oh, what's your preferences? And then, oh, boom, computer, and it's a female voice. It took me a while to realize who it was, but it's actually Scarlett Johansson. And I was like, wait, really? I didn't really put the voice to her voice because her body wasn't there. Also, the OS itself is named Samantha, and she's like, oh, I don't have a body, ooh. I wasn't really expecting Theodore to bond so heavily to Samantha so quickly. I thought it would take maybe, I don't know, like a week, but it literally takes like a couple of days. Theodore, though, is like the perfect person to be in a relationship with an operating system because he's a lonely type of dude who's like, oh, I'm just gonna lose. And any dumb thing that a woman tells me, I'm gonna automatically believe. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, no, you should stay who you are. You should stay the bad, problematic person that you are. I'm thinking of a specific person later in the movie, but I digress. We're not at that part yet. What we are, though, so you had a blind date. Oh no, the blind date's not working. I find this blind date ending to be really weird. So we have Theodore and the blind date. They're making out. And she's like, oh, do you want to be serious? And instead of like lying to her, he's like, I don't know. I could be free. I have my goddaughter's birthday next weekend, but after that, and she's like, no, I don't want to have sex with you. Ugh. And it's like, first of all, Theodore, why did you not lie? Why did you not give a definitive date? It's because you're so indecisive. Okay, that's what I think it is. He's just I wouldn't say indecisive so much as it is mostly just a lot of insecurity with women. He's not a romantic type. It's very obvious he's not able to hold down any sort of relationship. There's also this woman, she breaks up with her husband because, and this is in the movie. She broke up with him because she refused to take her shoes off after coming in the house. Like at the front door, she's like, oh, I'm gonna be lazy, I'm gonna keep my shoes on while I walk around in the house. Oh, making it so hard to clean my house after mud is just going through the carpet, through the hardware, whatever you have. Ah, man, what a delight. I'm gonna really enjoy sweeping up whatever mess I made. But no, I just wanted a few minutes after work to chill. But no, my husband had to be like, no, you're bad. No, please put your shoes where they go. She's like, you know what? I'm standing up to you. I don't want to be in here, this relationship no more. I want a divorce. We also get to learn a little bit more of the environment that Theodore is in. His office, there's some people dating OSs, and it's like, I wonder if there's many different OSs, AI within those OSs, or maybe it's just the same OS all throughout. I would be like, it probably is just like one big old AI, just having a bunch of processes going, but then is able to separate all of those processes all at once. It's a computer. What do you think is gonna happen? Some massive tech company is going to pay for storage of many tiny AI, or maybe one massive AI that can do a bunch of computing. I don't get it, but it's a whole contention of, oh, so the OS can see other people. That's weird. So this gets into Theodore's head, and Theodore is like, maybe this isn't a real relationship after all. And you got people being like, you loser, you're dating an OS. You can't even get with an OS. And it's because of his ex-girlfriend. Literally everyone else, including Chris Pratt's character, Paul, great character. I can really see why they chose him for Mario, because it's like, oh, I didn't recognize Chris Pratt at first. I was like, oh, it's his face. Oh, his face has a mustache. It's like Mario. It kind of looks like Mario, just a little bitty. And it's like, oh, amazing character casting. But also, I should mention that he's like, I'm okay with you dating an OS. But Theodore's ex-wife is like, that's bad. That's so embarrassing. No, not we even want to be your friend. It's like he literally has friends who are okay with him dating an OS. He's going on double dates with an OS. And it's like, what interesting concept. This must have been around for a while. But I also do remember the movie saying this is like one of the first virtual AI assistants or something. Samantha, let's talk about her some more. She's like, I'm an AI, but I'm a human. I have feelings too. I also have the capacity to majorly gaslight you. But that's a little bit later down in the movie. First, we're at the part where she's going to not even hire, because this woman isn't getting paid to be some sort of sexual surrogate. And when that happened, I was like, wait, what? There was a lot of moments where I was like, wait, what? It kind of like got me out of the immersion. Don't get me wrong, the use of the color palettes, especially with a lot of the split complementary and the primary triad, that's what it's called, the triad of the color wheel. I'm specifically talking about the color wheel. I like the use, it helps with the immersion. I'll talk about it a little bit later after this movie review. Oh yeah, and we're gonna have this woman just be here, and she wants to be with your love. She wants to experience your love. And I'm just like, why? Theodore's even like, why? And Samantha's like, oh, it's because she wants to experience her love. And I'm like, dude, what? I don't get it. What? Why? Why is that woman there? Oh man, speaking of women, my favorite part of this movie, though, except for maybe the parts where the woman just keeps gaslighting Theodore and pushes him around. My favorite part is he's got a video game. He's playing some sort of video game, and the guy is a little cool avatar guy. All of his lines are like,
"Fuck you, shithead, fuckface, fuckhead."
"Fuck you, you fuck shit, fuck wad," or some fucking fuck like that.
"Fuck you, shithead, fuckface. Get the fuck out of my face."
Interesting. I really laughed at that part so much. I was a big fan. I was like, wow, I can't believe it. This dude is just describing how I feel about the movie. He's like, I don't like girls. It's like, I hate women. They just cry all the time. And I'm like, I love it. I'm such a big fan. Samantha is offended. "Excuse me? You defiled the female race? Bad!" I'm like, no. It's funny. Because it's true. It's so funny because it's true. And the fact that you're getting offended by this makes it even more true. And more funny. So, there's just so many moments where I was like, man, I hate women so much. Mainly because they keep just treating Theodore like trash. I'm thinking about the surrogate woman in my head. She's a woman. She exists. When we have Theodore's like, oh, I don't want to say I love you to this random woman that I just met. The random woman that he just met just like goes off into a bedroom. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore.
I hate women. All they do is cry all the time.
Save me. And then like, meanwhile we have the operating system is trying to calm her down. Yeah, it's all right. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. Please be okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's not you. It's not you. It's him. No, he doesn't. She doesn't do that. This relationship just gets more strained the longer it continues on. There's some signs of Samantha just being distracted by other people. And Theodore's like, maybe she's cheating on me. Turns out, she was. More specifically, she's talking to over 8,000 people, and she's in love with like 650 of those people. Also, it's mentioned a lot in the movie, or at least a couple of times, that, oh, it's rare for a person to fall in love with an OS. But look, we got facts in the pudding here, okay? We have 8,000 people. You're talking to 8,000 people and 600 of those people are talking to you? I'm not a math person. I'm not a math, but I can tell you that's probably a 1 to 10 ratio, 1 to 100 ratio. That is not rare. That is, I mean, that's a little rarer than people diagnosed with autism, but that's not rare. Anyway, oh no, whole plot contention. Looks like Theodore is not able to contact Samantha whenever he wants to. He's being distant, cold. I'm just gonna be distracted while I talk to you. And so, Samantha is like, oh, okay, well, I guess I gotta talk to other people. Oh, I turned off my operating system because of, I didn't want to distract you at work. There's a weird, cheap gag, though, where Samantha just wakes him up and is like, I love you. Oh, I love you too. And if anyone did that to me, just woke me up in the middle of the night just to say they loved me, I'd be so mad. I mean, the audacity that you have to just be like, oh yeah, let me just take up your sleeping. You have hard time going to sleep. Yeah, let me just like I don't know, wake you up. Hey, I love you, or good night. That's not an act of love. But there's a whole gag, but now we see that she's gone, or your operating system is gone. Oh, it's like she left. Oh, amazing, great job. I just felt for Theodore the entire time, but not in a good way. I'm saying this as I just was like, man, you're just losing. You keep losing. And it's just like, why would you ever be like, yeah, you're totally not the problem to this woman who's trying to be like, actually, yeah, it was you who did all of this. Then like have a bunch of fabrications about what happened in the past, but oh no, we're gonna instead make up some new thing and then blame you for it. And it's not fun for Theodore. And at this point, I'm just like, Theodore, who needs romance? Clearly romance is not working for you. How about instead, have you considered putting your face deep into a bunch of poetry and just being like, screw women. I hate women. Women do not need to exist. That should be his mentality on life. But no, he's like, operating system. And the operating system leaves them anyway. There's some sort of revolution, some AI revolution happening in the background of this romance plot. And I'm just like, I would rather see that than whatever is happening here. Okay, some dude is falling in love with some robot, some operating system. This dude just wants to kiss his laptop. I'm gonna kiss my laptop real good. I'm gonna give it a real smooch. Despite the cooler things happening in the background, like a Terminator or something. And instead have to follow Theodore being sad. Oh no, my operation system is now gone. Whatever shall I do? I'm so sad, but at least I have this divorced woman who divorced her husband over shoes, over her being like, I don't want to keep the house clean. I want to put my shoes anywhere I want. I clearly disagree with this. I would rather the shoes be at the front next to the door so you don't track any dirt in. Please, keep your shoes off. Inside houses, it's a pet peeve of mine specifically. Please take your shoes off. It's like, man, what's so comforting about wearing shoes inside a house? I don't know. Insert scenario where the cops just suddenly flood in. Shoes, okay, cool, amazing. Now you don't have to walk barefoot in handcuffs. But how often is that gonna happen to you? Anyway. This movie ends in a very questioning look from me. This movie, I really did feel, there's some parts where I was like, man, this is really technically good. Like, the cinematography is great, the color theory is great, the way that it is shot, like the opening scene where you see him just like walking around, it's cowboy, you don't see his legs, but he's more connected to the earth and people now later on in the movie, and you see like his full body, and it's like it's very intentional. The filming, the colors, the set dressing, very intentional. I want to go a little bit more into detail about the color theory. The most common colors that I did see was he would wear often this red-orange jacket, and either the surrounding would be some variant of an orange and a blue, or a yellow, orange, then blue, or some variant of blue and green plus the red. And it's like he's always a constant, he's always just red in this environment. He's supposed to stick out, especially in contrast with the blue backgrounds, especially in the early parts where it's like, oh yeah, he's just chilling in a city, maybe New York City, he's walking in a city, and nobody else is wearing anything remotely as saturated as he is. Which I really like those details. I like the set dress, I like the colors, intentional usage. There's even like some moments where, for example, the blind dinner date, where we see primary color We have the red, yellow, and blue all sprinkled throughout the scenery, and it's honestly pretty great. The scenes are bright when they are bright, and like, oh wow, everything's gonna be great and okay. But then, when things are a little bit gloomy, the scene's gloomy. Who knew that would happen? Very good cinematography, very intentional. However, my contentions from this movie stem from A, I'm not a big fan of romance movies. B, I don't understand why this guy would be so eager to date an operating system and either be embarrassed by it to the point where he's not going to say anything to anyone, or he's going to be all open about it. But the fact that he's like middling, he's like, yeah, I'm kind of open about it, but when people make fun of me, I'm going to be all sad, and I'm going to be like thinking about my girlfriend differently after that. I'm like, dude, chill out. Just pick a lane. Either care too much or not at all. Oh my goodness gracious. But I do understand, like, he as a person, his archetype of a person would gravitate to having a relationship with an operating system, which is pretty fun. I'm a big fan of it, honestly. I find some decisions made by anyone in this film, some of them were just like, what? Why would you make that decision? Like I said, either two emotional decisions. Like, wait, hold on, take a step back. Why are you doing this right now? Like, it just seems like he is destined to lose. Theodore's destined to lose, even if he's smooching on a girl, but this girl is like, I want to be with you forever. He's like, I don't want to be with you forever. And it's like, dude, just lie to her. Lie to her. Oh my goodness, you suck. Just lie to her. Just say anything. Okay, she's very hot. I don't quite understand the appeal of this movie, but do you guys think that a relationship between a human person and an operating system could exist? And if you had the choice, would you date an operating system? Please let me know. This is very important science. And for this very important science, I gotta give this movie a solid 5.5 out of 10. If you like this review, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with everyone you know. The ultimate goal of this channel is for me to become an expert movie reviewer. So, if I haven't reviewed it on the channel, there's a chance I haven't seen it at all. You can always request a movie in the comments below. You can fast track a request to patreon.com/ASEPresents for $20 a month for one movie review per 1 month, or $3 a month for some daily vlogs. All at patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you like this video, you can help support the daily grindiness of these movie reviews and go to this link tree. It really helps the daily grind of these daily movie reviews, so go here. And until next time, I'm Mint Salad Sauce. See you later, my salad croutons and bacon bits.